Name? Ready or not? Did you see it? I did. One sentence summary. A bride plays a deadly game of hide and seek with her new in-laws. Could you beat the villain? Yeah, I could. So the rich old family have may or may not have made a deal with the devil, and they believe that they have to sacrifice Grace to the devil in order to stop themselves from dying. And they kind of play this game of hide and seek where they're hunting her with actual weapons. She has a bit of a wobble at the start when she kind of first discovers this, because she wasn't expecting it on her wedding day. But as soon as I rocked up at that big old secluded house, I would have thought this is going to turn into a most dangerous game type situation, and I'd start planning who I'd be taking out, who's the weakest member of the crew. And to her credit, Grace did really well. I wouldn't be surprised if her surname was Wick or McLean or whatever Arnie's surname was in Predator or something like that. But she has a bit of a wobble at the start, then she gets ready and she kicks a lot of ass. Very good. There was a few occasions where Grace tried to talk people out of their murderous intent. I wouldn't have bothered doing that. As soon as I saw Adam Brody, I would have bang in the throat so he can't scream for help, and then I would have broken his neck or something. Same goes for that kid with the shooter. Anyway, how do you improve the film? Opening titles showed 25 years of Fox Searchlight. Fox don't exist no more. It was a real dick move of the husband not to tell Grace about the whole potentially being sacrificed to the devil thing. And I know he didn't want to scare her off, but how did he think it was going to work out if, it didn't work out. He just surprised her with it and then, sorry. Anyway, apparently none of Grace's friends or family who went to the wedding stayed. It was just his family, the Satanists, which is fine. Maybe they said, right, well, wedding's over now, everyone get out. But how would they have explained, if they did manage to sacrifice Grace, how would they have explained her disappearing? A bit odd. She's picking us off one by one. No, she's not. Your Coca door actually killed 2 of the 3 people that died, and third one, that was an accident. Also, just on that note, how come the titles or the warning thing at the front was 18, strong bloody violence and gore? Didn't mention drugs or anything like that. Pretty weird that they had the stable for the goats. I know they mentioned that they sacrifice goats to the devil, but how many goats do you need for that? Do you need a whole stable? And on the subject of the stable goats, it was a bit weird that they had a body pit in the stable, and also that pit apparently semi-preserves bodies for about 30 years, because the guy you see getting shot with some arrows at the beginning of the film, his body is in the pit 30 years later, but there you go. It was a bit odd that she couldn't climb that fence. I know she was wounded, but it wasn't that high, she climbed up a big broken ladder a minute ago. There you go. And the butler dude, he was celebrating and screaming with his head out of the window of the car going, yeah, I'm the best, when he was on a video call with the family, and you'd think he'd have a little more decorum. There's a maid or a nanny who's looking for 2 missing kids, and she's only calling out one of their names, so she's only calling out for Georgie. Why not the other kid? Also, what happened to the other kid when the first kid, Georgie, was in the stable shooting at people and getting knocked out? So Grace escapes the confines or the grounds of the house. She runs into the woods, and the butler dude finds her. Fair enough, maybe he's an expert tracker. I don't know. He tries to run her over with his car. They have a bit of a scuffle, and then she chokes him out like an absolute goddamn warrior queen. Nice. Me, I would have finished the job. He wouldn't have been getting up to continue the film. Anyway, she chokes him out. He's unconscious. She takes his car and tries to drive to safety, and her car is disabled by the automated assistant helpline thing, just like in the film Horrible Bosses. And then the bloody butler appears again and catches her. I don't know how far she drove, but he recovered from being unconscious remarkably quickly. there's a bit where Adam Brody, he's all like, oh, don't worry, I only give him enough poison to make him shit funny for a week. I don't know, dude. I think he's probably being a bit silly, but I'm pretty sure I saw blood coming out of their mouths. Oh, nice. Anyway, so Annie McDowell is choking out Grace. Like she's on the floor. She's like, ah. It's intense. Grace doesn't try and take their hands away from her throat, which is what I would have done. But she does reach for an object and bludgeon Annie McDowell to death. Fair enough. She seems to know what she's doing if that's the way she wants to play this game. But it was a bit of a disappointment that after she clocked Andy McDowell on the head, Grace didn't say "Game over, bitch" or something like that. Yeah, rating out of 5 beers, 1. It's a really good film. I respect the hell out of a film that shows a bride punch a child in the face on the day of her wedding. It was funny when it needed to be. It was semi-realistic when it needed to be, and it was interesting the whole way through. Also, bloody strong female lead character. Didn't need to get her kit off, so well done, Hollywood. Could have done with some racial diversity though, but can't have it all.